And I think Minnesotans are frustrated. I think that's why Republicans won the majority in the House. And I think that part of this economic confidence has to do with the fact that there's balance restored in state government. Minnesota, Democrats are out of touch with Minnesotans. The words that they spoke to you today demonstrate that very clearly. And we're going to make sure that we return our priority back on Minnesota families.
Reiterate that theory? The theory that this forecast is good because Republicans now have the House and there's balance restored to the Capitol? Tell me more about that.
Voters spoke very clearly in November that they didn't like the direction that Democrats were taking. I think the November forecast represented very clearly that the policies they put in place last year and the year before didn't help Minnesota families, and they didn't help Minnesota's economy. Okay? Remember that in November they downgraded revenues in the next biennium by $400 million. Today we've seen that increase. Why? Mostly because gas prices are low. But I think also Minnesota's economy understands that we don't have a runaway government that, when we didn't need to raise any taxes, put in place one of the largest tax increases in state history. I think people have confidence in the fact that balance has been restored in state government.
Governor Dayton got 1 million votes. Governor Dayton got 1 million votes. See, Governor Dayton was reelected. Isn't that an endorsement of what his plans?
House Republicans received, I forget the number, 100,000 more votes than House Democrats statewide. We also won the majority, and we won it in places like, Black Duck and LaPorte and Fountain and Stacy and Faribault. And I think the governor needs to pay attention to what Minnesotans are saying. And I can't believe how tone-deaf Democrats are today to think that we have a $1.8 billion surplus, and they want to spend not only all of that, but they want to, on top of that, raise a gas tax. Minnesotans already gave us money to pay for roads and bridges, and we have more than enough to spend a lot more money on roads and bridges today. We don't need to raise a gas tax.
It was clear Democrats took credit for the budget surplus. Up to there. Are you going to take credit for the budget surplus from December on then, Mr. Speaker?
Go ahead.
You're taking credit for the
No, I'm not. Minnesotans deserve the credit. Read the forecast documents. Where did it come from? It came from lower oil prices and a rising dollar affect economic growth. It's not, you look at job growth and wage growth in Minnesota, it's still lags behind the national average right now. That's a problem. You look at where income and revenue comes from for the state, it comes from Minnesotans. We need to show them that we respect that. And let's let them invest in their lives for once, instead of letting Democrats invest in office buildings and commissioners' pay raises in St. Paul. Let's invest in Minnesotans. We believe in Minnesotans, and now is the opportunity for everybody's actions to match their words, and that's what you'll see out of the Republicans.